Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast brought to you by whatever favorite snack the significant person in your life chose to make you after school.
What was yours?
Mine was when I was real little and I would get home from like kindergarten, my mom would make me banana wheels, which is just a banana that you slice up, into a wheel shape.
Is there a topping?
Yeah, you put peanut butter on it.
That feels like...
An individual peanut butter scoop on each one.
That feels like a thing that doesn't need to be named, Like
oh, yeah.
A banana wheel. It's just a banana slice. Yeah. Sounds delicious.
It was delicious. Sometimes she put sprinkles on it if I did a good job at school.
Oh, wow.
That was a pretty big deal.
That's amazing.
Did you have one?
Did I? No, most of my snacks came individually wrapped. Sadly, I think that's a perfect example of the dichotomy between us as presented on this show. You had a lovingly made banana wheel, sometimes with sprinkles, and I had, in my mother's way of showing her love, which was no less valid, a kudos bar or a Chewy bar, and especially later when they started dipping the Chewy bars in chocolate, where it's like the original Chewy bar, at least you can pretend it's a health food, and then they've dunked it in some sort of chocolate polymer that perfectly coats it. But that's okay.
And I was at home eating my banana wheels, probably wishing for a Chewy bar. So.
Listen, everyone has a different love language.
Your mom's included high fructose corn syrup.
Okay, speaking of love languages, have you ever seen... the X-Men animated series?
Sure have not.
What do you know about the X-Men?
I know they're mutants, and I know that they're... teacher, principal, dad figure is Charles Xavier, and he looks kind of like you when you shave your beard, but he's in a wheelchair.
Hang on, which live-action actor do I look most close to right now, Charles Xavier?
It's Patrick Stewart. I'm sorry. You're gonna really like that comparison when you're old. So I know that Charles Xavier wheels around and he teaches them life lessons. I know that sometimes the mutants wild out. I don't know, they misbehave. I've seen the X-Men movies.
You've seen most of the X-Men movies, I think.
I feel like the X-children sometimes misbehave.
Aren't we all X-children now that we're adults?
True. They're just trying to figure out what it's like to be different in the world, which is like a nice allegory for growing up. And
can you name a lineup of X-Men?
Oh yeah, Wolverine. Mm-hmm. He's got claws that come out and
Do you know the noise they make in the comics?
Whoop.
Snitch.
Oh, that.
That was close.
Can you imagine if they went whoop?
That'd be very scary. You wouldn't expect it.
And he's like a beefy guy, right? And he's played by Hugh Jackman.
Anyone else in the lineup? Storm, okay.
Yep, she controls the weather. Uh-huh. She's cool. What else?
Wolverine and Storm. Any other iconic X-Men? And you got Professor Xavier.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, I do. Just let me think for a sec. Oh, we got Jean Grey, and her eyes get all scary, and she's like, and then she kills everyone.
Okay. Do you know any villains?
Magneto.
Okay.
I know about him. He is played by Ian McKellen, and he had a really messed up childhood, and then he realized he was magnetic.
Remember when I was reading the old X-Men comics and I showed you that page
where
he flies away?
He flies away and he says, I shall never return. We're going to put that up on our social media.
It's really good. Yeah, find us on social media.
What's that really dense guy who can't stop running?
Quicksilver?
No, dense. He's big.
Dense? Oh, you know about that guy?
Yeah.
The Juggernaut?
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
I don't really know much. I just know that when he starts moving, he can't stop moving.
Did you know that he's Professor X's, stepbrother?
Oh, that's nice for him.
It just feels like a large age gap.
Well, good for Professor X's mom.
You know about the Juggernaut, but not well, I won't even say. There are some main
major... Are you making fun of me?
Yes, there are major characters. Sorry, I usually...
What about the guy with the eyes?
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking. I was
eyes.
Literally about to say, you know about the Juggernaut, but not Cyclops. And I apologize, because I do hate... I don't want to be that person who...
How dare gatekeeping the X-Men?
Instead of judging you for not seeing it, I should be excited to show it to you.
Yeah.
It was just kind of shocking that Cyclops, who's basically the leader of the X-Men, got left off your list, but the Juggernaut, he's like a meme, and I guess he's pretty famous guy.
What kind of anticipatory set is this?
You
say, what do you know? And then you're like, you don't know about it.
All right, Kate, you ready for some background?
Yeah.
So the animated series we're going to watch today from the 90s was created by, or developed by, or adapted for TV by Eric Lewald, Sidney Iwanter. That's a great name.
How do you spell it?
Iwanter, capital I, Wanter.
Ivanter?
I hadn't thought about that, maybe.
I don't know.
And Mark Edens. I want her. I hardly know her. And let's go back, though. That's the animated show. I want to do the quickest history of the X-Men ever. You seem to know the movies pretty well. I think together we watched just about all of them, except we couldn't get through the newest, what was it, Dark Phoenix movie. But we saw the old Dark Phoenix movie, because that's how you knew about Jean Grey killing everyone, I guess. Starting with Fantastic Four #1, back in the 60s, Kate. The first issue of the Fantastic Four. Marvel Comics had this legendary run of successful new comic book characters and series. We now call this the Silver Age of comics. The Golden Age was the late 30s through the 50s when DC Comics had Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. And then the Silver Age is this like resurgence in the 60s due to Marvel. So people are like lapping up all of Marvel's output because they had all these characters with tons of personality and they were usually kind of relatable, unlike the DC characters who are like godlike and unrelatable.
And just brooding.
Yeah, the Marvel characters are
God. Like
bright.
if I just see Batman just hunched over in a corner one more time, like monologuing to himself, and we've seen it.
And,
I'm tired of
right,
it.
and that's what Stan Lee was saying over at Marvel.
Listen, R.I.P.
And there was also like a little bit of social commentary put on top of all this too. So it's like they're late for geometry and they're being discriminated against and they have superpowers. You know, kids loved it. Everybody loved this stuff. So, in 1963, they do another new series. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby put out X-Men #1, featuring a team of mutants led by Professor Charles Xavier, made up of Scott Summers as Cyclops, Marvel Girl, which is Jean Grey, Angel, which is Warren Worthington III, Beast,
Great name.
Hank McCoy, who at this point...
Oh, that's Kelsey Grammer. I know him.
At this point, though, when he was created, he's just a big guy. It's hilarious because he's not blue and hairy. He's just a big guy with big feet who has the powers of the Beast.
That is kind of weird.
And Iceman, who's Bobby Drake. In the first issue, they battle Magneto, and it has tons of potential social commentary about the era. You know, the mutants are discriminated against. Professor X wants to train young mutants to help humans, but Magneto thinks mutants are superior to regular humans. There's like this MLK versus Malcolm X thing going on. There's a lot going on. Everybody reads in something meaningful to this. Is it gay rights? Is it civil rights? Is it whatever? Or is it just, like you said, just growing up and being different? So the series goes on for a while, but after a little bit it gets stale. They stop making new stories and they're just reprinting the old ones because they kind of ran out of steam. But then, in 1975, the series is revived, starting with an issue called Giant-Sized X-Men #1. The characters are not gigantic in this. Giant-Sized X-Men means the comic book is longer than normal. It's a big comic book. It has more pages than normal. That's why it's called giant-sized. The title makes it seem like they're all big. And this issue introduces a new team who are going to take over and become iconic. So in 1975, we get Storm, Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Banshee, and a bunch of other pretty famous X-Men. They're mostly brand new characters, although like Wolverine had been around for I think a year or so before this, but almost all new characters. All right, written by Len Wein and drawn by Dave Cockrum. Then a new writer, Chris Claremont, takes over as the writer of X-Men Comics with this new team of characters, and the series keeps the original numbering but changes its titles to the Uncanny X-Men. So now we're in like issue 90, but it's now called the Uncanny X-Men and it's continuing. Claremont wrote it, Cockburn drew, later John Byrne took over for Cockrum, and during this era from the mid-70s through the 80s, the X-Men have all their most iconic story arcs, that some of which you've seen adapted into movies. Dark Phoenix, the Brood Saga, this thing called God Loves, Man Kills, Days of Future Past, all these really famous story arcs. In 1991, they relaunched the X-Men again. This time they start the numbering over. Chris Claremont hangs around, but he's joined by artist Jim Lee as writer and co-writer and artist. And you know this artwork. I used to have a t-shirt with this on it. It's like that very shiny, very specific 90s style X-Men that are kind of the X-Men that we all kind of know today because we grew up in the 90s. And they have some good story arcs too in this 90s era, including the Age of Apocalypse. And that's as far as we need to know about the comics. They're still going today, but that's where our interest stops because that brings us to the X-Men animated series. In 1989, Marvel made a pilot for an X-Men animated series called X-Men Pride of the X-Men. It aired on TV and then it was released on VHS, and it was adapted into the X-Men arcade game, which I think we've played together at least once.
Oh, maybe.
At the Barcade. We'll do an episode on it later. But it did not get turned into a TV show. Long story short, Marvel was going through some financial trouble and they couldn't swing it. They thought it would be, and then it wasn't. That was 89. A few years later, in 92, Marvel is able to get a successful X-Men show off the ground with Saban Entertainment. You know them from...
Oh, Power Rangers.
Bingo. The show's team members and their costume designs are mostly based on that Jim Lee 90s artwork that were coming out at this time. It's all contemporary. They did a lot of multi-part episodes and adapted pretty much all those famous storylines I just mentioned, so they're pulling on decades of comic storylines.
Got a lot of material.
All the best stuff, because they are only making so many episodes. They can ignore, these months and years where X-Men weren't so good and just hit after hit after hit on this show. So it's a very well-remembered, well-regarded superhero show. It aired on Fox Kids from October 31st, 1992 to September 20th, 1997. They made 5 seasons and 76 episodes. And of course, There's so much more to X-Men. The comics are still around. All those movies started in the year 2000, predating the Spider-Man movie by a little bit, so they should kind of get some more credit for kickstarting the whole superhero genre. They were 1 year before Spider-Man. And they've had a bunch more TV shows. And, in fact, right now, there is going to be a continuation of the show that we're watching. It was announced for Disney Plus. They're calling it X-Men 97. It's going to straight up pick up where this left off, which is kind of interesting. It's an interesting approach because people our age are including me, are pretty nostalgic for this. I liked this show as a kid. I wasn't a super fan who would track it down, but I always watched it when it was on. We are going to watch, because I didn't want you to commit to a whole long multi-part saga, we're going to watch 2 self-contained episodes. Season 1, Episode 8, The Unstoppable Juggernaut, about your favorite character, Juggernaut.
He's not my favorite. I just remember that once he starts, he can't stop moving.
And Season 4, Episode 8, Nightcrawler. Do you know Nightcrawler? You remember him from the movies?
That movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
No.
It's all weird.
Yeah, but...
his eyes go all weird, and you think he's maybe setting up the crime scenes, and is he committing the crimes, and then he takes the pictures.
Do you remember Nightcrawler from the X-Men movies?
He's kind of that guy, and he's like...
You look like you're doing a scene from Cats, the musical, right now, the way you're moving your body. So yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He kind of zoom here, then he zooms over here, and then he's made of smoke.
Hightail it, handsome. We don't have much time.
What? Who are you? Angels of Mercy, my friend, known to those who love them as Rogue and Storm.
Beast!
Eagerly awaiting my day in court. By the way, our oversized Slavic friend is named Colossus. He swears he is innocent of the crime for which he stands accused.
We believe him. We will need him to help us find the real criminal. That's right. Care to join the jailbreak, Beast?
Thanks, no. But come back during regular visiting hours and we'll catch up on gossip. And tell Jean thanks for the delicious cookies.
Come on, big and pretty. Let's make tracks.
I cannot. It is not permitted. Пожалуйста, Piotr. Trust my friends. They will prove your innocence.
Agreed, Beast. До свидания.
Ooh, previously.
This is a 2-parter?
I don't know.
Well, I guess this Juggernaut episode is part of a multi-parter. My bad.
Yeah. All right, so they were stolen. They're working on a dam. There's a huge man.
That's a Sentinel. You saw the movie with them.
Who had betrayed them?
Do you know who
Who's
Gambit
that
is?
man? No.
Gambit is a Cajun man who throws playing cards at people.
Oh my god, I'm so here for it.
All right, so they've returned to the mansion after some big adventure.
Oh,
and it's
the
destroyed.
school is destroyed. Okay.
Check
That's
this
not
theme
good.
song out, though.
Whoa. All right. You're right. This is kind of...
What is
we
that?
got a lot of synthesizer.
Oh, it's rad.
Oh, this is good because this shows me who everyone is.
Yep.
We got Cyclops. We got Wolverine in a loincloth. We got Rogue. She's just zooming for some reason. We got Storm. Self-explanatory. Oh, we got the Beast. He's really smart.
He's blue in this show.
Oh, and then we got Gambit.
He just wasn't
and he's
blue
just throwing
yet
his
at the
cards. Then we
beginning.
got someone named Jubilee. She seems fab.
Jubilee's
we got Jean
young.
Grey. And we got Professor X in some kind of tank.
Oh, his wheelchair, yeah, is very high-tech. And you get to see stuff blow up. They're
It's
in
a
the
lot
danger
of
room.
blowing up. Then we got Gambit. What does Gambit do? Wow, we
throws
got
cards.
a lot of mutants.
Yeah, these are all the bad guys.
So are they concerned there's a toxic anomaly somewhere? What kind of plane is this? Like a super plane? Look at that, it just zoomed right down, didn't they?
Yeah, some of them can fly.
Are they staff? Are they students?
Are
they interns?
He has trained them. He's their mentor.
Yeah, are
and
they
then
student teachers?
sometimes they teach, the younger generation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is nice. Do the mutants hold regular jobs at any point?
No. Professor X is obviously independently wealthy based on the fact that he lives in the X mansion.
I get that,
So
but
I think he can
No,
subsidize their lifestyle.
if you graduate from Professor X's school for wacky kids,
I think you just...
could you become a bank teller?
You could, but I think he wants you to be a member of the team.
Does that make you an indentured servant?
No, I think you could choose of your free will. I hadn't thought about it.
The war room? The war room survived?
Must be in a bunker of some sort.
I'm here for Jubilee's outfit. Oh my god. Professor X, his eyebrows are wild. And then he's like, all right, I'm going on a trip. And the school is just burned to the ground.
If I was an insurance adjuster, I'd find that message a little suspicious.
Look how muscly the Wolverine is. So wait, the Colossus has a regular job?
Oh, look, but he's crossing a picket line at a construction
no, Colossus,
site.
Don't cross the picket line. Maybe it's because he's from Russia and doesn't understand. Listeners, never cross a picket line. Solidarity with workers of the world.
This construction company or whatever, building owner, hired Colossus to be a scab. Because one Colossus could do the job of this whole unionized crew that's protesting.
Okay, but part of it is they don't want to work with a mutant. They said, this mutant lover, we can't work for this mutant lover.
Oh, so maybe it was okay he crossed that, but they were only protesting because they're super racist against mutants.
Yeah, look, they want to run him over.
They're going to kill him.
Still, don't ever cross a picket line, listeners. Collective action is the only way that we're ever going to make a difference.
Podcaster Union Local 407.
See, Colossus doesn't understand. Do we know who the Colossus is?
I think this might be the introduction of Colossus.
So the Colossus has shown up and introducing himself as Colossus from Russia. He's got an accent like Borat. And Wolverine just tried to choke him out with his thighs. Whoa. What is Jubilee's power? She just shooting fireworks? What's she doing?
I don't know. I don't remember, but she did just shoot a laser of some sort out of her hands. But it's just bouncing off Colossus.
Why is Wolverine sniffing people so much?
He's got a good sense of smell.
He's got like a super smeller?
Like a Wolverine.
Do Wolverines have good sense of smell? Is Rogue also from the South? Who isn't from the South? Poor Colossus. He just wants to experience America. He's recently defected from the USSR, wants to open a bank account and, like, eat a hamburger. Rogue's thirsty as heck. She's like, I hate seeing him be locked up like that.
What a hunky big metal man.
Hunky man. Mm-hmm. Wolverine's out here sniffing the bank now. Yeah, how is he back in his regular clothes? Like
he changed at some point.
These mutants change clothes like 8 times a day. It's exhausting. Who does their laundry? Is there a mutant that just exudes soap? That would be helpful. What is Beast doing here in jail? I just love that they've broken Colossus out of jail, but Beast will not go. Beast is like, no, I must let the judicial system work. Come back during regular visiting hours.
All right, here's your boy.
All right.
The Juggernaut.
Let me look at him. That is hilarious.
He's got a great design.
Look at it. He has no neck. Wolverine's hair is just wild. So, like, Rogue can fly. It's just confusing. How did he get changed? How is the Wolverine? Look, it's like, did he get changed in an alley? I'm just, like, picturing him, like, stepping out of his pants, like, behind a dumpster.
And putting on that, like, spandex if it wasn't on underneath. Seems like a hassle.
Got a lot of, like, family trauma going on, you know? Also, I know this is an animation error, but Wolverine's eyes pointing in different directions is a real treat. Alright, so the professor's still missing.
Oh, I forgot about this weird 3D animated ending.
God,
it's like a video
horrible
game when they just spin around.
Why is she indestructible and has the power of flight?
You are searching for me?
Nah. Looking for a moment alone.
We are alike, you and I. Angry at the world and ourselves. My pain drove me to seek God. Yours drove you away.
Don't tell me about God. What kind of God would let men do this to me?
Our ability to understand God's purpose is limited. But we take comfort in the fact that His love is limitless.
I used to buy into all that. But I've lived too long. And I've done too much.
Life will always be hard. I understand this better than most. Yet despite it all, people of every faith believe there is a God who loves them. Can so many be wrong? Open your heart, Herr Logan. Would it hurt so much to see the world through different eyes?
Brother, there's a mob headed up the road from Neuherzen. They must have discovered you are here.
And they want to rip you into little pieces. Tell me, preacher, what's God's purpose in that?
Neuherzl is isolated. The people know nothing about mutants. Perhaps I am here to help open their hearts. I must leave so no one will be hurt.
Running away, preacher? What's wrong? Lose your faith?
Oh, here's the theme song again.
I can't believe you didn't like this more as a kid. I can't believe this fell in your category of would watch it if it was on, which literally could have been anything.
I know. I said the same thing way back when we did Batman, the animated series, which is like everyone considers it the best superhero show ever. Mm-hmm. It was just like the big, beefy superhero shows. I don't know what it was. They just weren't my go-to. It's because it's an action show.
I feel like I guess it's an action show, but I feel like this shows you a lot of different ways to be a superhero.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be beefy, you don't have to be big. You could be Jubilee, you could be Gambit.
No, I know.
Weird little Cajun accent.
I know, but just like...
throw playing cards. That seems like something that would win your speed.
For some reason, the ripped, muscular characters, paired with the fact that it's just action and not really, like, any comedy or gags, you know, I just always gravitated towards the comedy. You know, the Ren and Stimpy, the Rocco, the Dexter's Lab. Again, this was fine. I'd watch it, but...
I like that this reviled mutant that everyone's scared of has made his own little costume.
His own little red and black spandex suit.
I get it. I'm not here for this anti-mutant bigotry.
I mean, Nightcrawler does look like a demon, though.
It's not his fault. He's a mutant.
He's got an evil little pointy tail.
He did not pick this. He's just a sensitive boy. It's not his fault. They're on a ski vacation. Is it only the 3 of them? Is it only Rogue and Gambit? And Wolverine is also there for some reason.
Huh.
Why doesn't Gambit have any eyeballs?
It's part of his mutation.
He doesn't have any eyeballs?
I guess. He has weird eyes.
What is he doing here?
I guess Gambit has some other power as well. He just made a tree blow up by touching it. I gotta say, I'm a little ignorant to the X-Men's powers.
After being rolled up in an avalanche, they ended up in this monastery that caters to ski accident victims or something. You think Rogue's feet are that big? No, she got tiny feet and she can break you right over in a dainty and deadly. Oh no, he's choking him out. The demon is a monk. He just needs someone to give him love. Gambit, wake up. Fight for your woman. Alright, so he's telling us his traumatic history now, right? So he's a mutant, but like, obviously cannot hide that he's a mutant because he's a blue child.
Right. An interesting debate about the nature of God on this X-Men kids cartoon.
Kind of a weird tangent here where,
I like it.
Where Nightcrawler's like, God does not give up on us mutants. Like, he will care for us. Oh, uh-oh. Wolverine's having an existential crisis. He really has, like, a lot of problems with sitting with discomfort, you know? He just, every time he runs away. We've seen it twice now.
I'm ready to sit down and watch my Saturday morning cartoons as a child. Oh, here's an extended debate about God.
And including the phrase, my pain drove me towards God, your pain drove you away from God. A lot to digest here.
Oh yeah, remember, Wolverine's lived for like possibly hundreds of years. He can't die even though he wants to. What a tortured existence.
Well, at least he's not blue.
I'm still a little confused about this thruple vacation though.
It's so confusing.
I thought for sure we were going to see the rest of the X-Men
Nope.
like also on the trip, but no. It's just Wolverine, Gambit, and Rogue. That was a fascinating episode.
Interesting.
I just wanted to watch it because I like Nightcrawler, but I didn't expect just so much.
Before we get into our review of this, here's the real question. What X-Men power would you want to have? Like, if you had a mutant power.
What would I want to have?
What would you want to have, and what would you realistically have based on your personality?
I would want to be able to, like, fly around or something, you know? That'd be pretty rad. Mm-hmm. Realistically, what would I have?
Realistically,
I don't know.
what would you have
It would
based
be
on
like,
your personality?
it'd be like the ability to, like, turn hair into, like, a small fire or something. You know what I mean? Like, only
you
as...
can do that now.
Only
You
as...
don't have
No,
to be
no,
an
no.
X-Man.
No, but, like, I could... Only as much hair as, like I could take my arm hair and it would just... I could shoot just whatever arm hair is currently grown and it would shoot little sparks. That's probably what would happen. It'd be extremely useless.
I imagine, right, based on, like, our understanding of evolution, right, that when... like a population expresses a trait, it sometimes it gets expressed in great quantities, like Wolverine, but like sometimes it would express in like you're able to just like, I don't know, light a candle with one of your
like with
arm hairs.
Yeah, what would yours? Well, okay, same two questions to you.
Okay.
Catherine.
What would I want? I'd want to fly, right? I think I'd want to just be Rogue.
She has like 18
She's
powers.
got like all the powers. She's like playing by schoolyard rules.
Yeah.
She's like, and I can fly, and I'm invincible, and I suck other people's powers out, and I'm super strong. So I think, I mean, she's like undefeatable. So that's pretty cool. What would I have based on my personality? I hate to say it, but I think I'd be like Jean Grey or Professor X. I'd be able to like talk to people's minds.
You'd have a mental power for sure.
Yeah, probably. But if I was like a low-level mutant, like if it expressed very weakly, I would probably just be able to like suggest what I wanted for dinner that night.
Oh yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do the dishes, and then I'd be doing something else, and I would get the overwhelming urge to go do the dishes. I'm like, oh
my
man,
only power.
Katie, stay out of my mind.
Yeah, I think I'd have Jean Grey powers.
You'd be
based
like,
on my personality.
I don't want to record the podcast today.
I'd be like, we will not record the podcast today. All right, now we're gonna review this.
All right, Kate, what's your X-Men the animated series review?
I had a great time. I had a real blast.
Better than you might have expected?
Better than I thought. Better than I imagined.
The X-Men has always been great as a franchise, so I think it stands to reason that this cartoon is weirdly good.
Here's what I liked about it. Super 80s fashions. Let's use Jubilee as an example. Great fashion choices being made across the board. You're right, it is like very bright and colorful, but not overwhelming in that sense. You know what I mean? Like when you think of like the Powerpuff Girls, which is also very bright and colorful, there's like some animation style to it that's just super manic, and this is not.
Okay.
You know? Killer intro. Love the intro. Very informative.
Oh, not the music, just the
Very informative.
the text
who
on
does what?
screen.
What do they do?
On everybody while they're demonstrating
Very
their power.
informative.
It is pretty good.
Charles Xavier's eyebrows. Great.
Oh, we didn't get to see
choice.
enough of him in these
I
two.
know.
Just his hologram in that one episode, but yeah.
Long diatribe about God. Could have
Oh, that was
taken
interesting.
or left it.
It was a
Very
weird
interesting.
choice.
A weird choice for a kid's
But,
show.
You
But
know.
had a message about being tolerant. Like the teamwork aspect. Kids need to learn teamwork. They really do.
Kids need to learn that it's okay if two boys and a girl go on a vacation together to the
Yes.
Alps.
Why not?
So, a thumbs up, a rare thumbs up.
Yeah, this is getting a
On
thumbs up.
X-Men the anime. I wasn't
My
expecting
mutant
this.
thumb.
Well, did you see, we didn't talk about it. Did you see Nightcrawler's hands?
His hands are-
He's got great hands. All right, tune in next week. Follow us on social media. Go to our website, www.notstalgia.org. Send us an email, notstalgia@AOL.com. All of the above. Let us know what else to watch. What superhero shows did you love? So far, we got Spider-Man from the 90s, X-Men from the 90s. We did Batman and Superman. We did all of those. I think we haven't, I guess in 4 years, we probably should have done more superhero cartoons, but we're getting there.
We had all the man and the men.
Those are, unfortunately, Kate, those are the big ones. Mm-hmm. Those really are probably the 4 biggest. Eventually we'll get to like Batman Beyond and like Justice League Unlimited, but these are some heavy hitters and I enjoyed that. You gonna watch some more X-Men with me?
Maybe if there wasn't any other TV made ever.
The most popular comic book in the world today is coming to life. Don't miss the premiere of X-Men Saturday, October 24th on Fox.